one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, Fields. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action. It's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. On 2nd and 9, Fields. He finds Howard complete. Touchdown, Washington. O.J. Howard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action. Stafford. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cedric Wilson becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields now to throw. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. To throw is Fields. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields quickly into the hands of Waller. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Fields throwing again. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the 50, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Back to throw. Fields finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Way forward to the 48. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. The gun, here's Fields. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Out of the gun, Fields. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw taken in by Ridley here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes.
Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. McCann now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
The play lost in yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Fields. just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
53, ready, stop!
Throwing on second and long. Stafford, and quickly he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. To throw is Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On second and 10, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Ayuk, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score.
Man, we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. McCann's got it teed up. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Right side, Claypool's got it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Locates Kamara on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, it's Fields. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield. Fields dance, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. George Karlaftis able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. The defenders certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Out of the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Fields. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him now?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. There he goes left side. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Bro, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Fields now to throw. Quick slant complete to Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Here's Fields. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. All eyes on Fields. That's caught by Waller out left side. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Well, this was a very close ball game.